Hi second graders, today we're going to talk about elapsed time, which is how much time passes when you're doing something. It could be how much time passes when you're cooking something, or for soccer practice, or for a school day. So we're going to practice if you start at what time and you end at another time, how much time has elapsed or passed. So let's look at the first one, and you'll need a sheet of paper because you're going to work on these yourself. So it says, Margot's soccer practice started at 4 p.m. It was 1 hour long. What time did her practice end? So pause the video and write down what time her practice ended. All right, and I'm going to show you my answer and share a strategy with you. And you might think, Miss Williams, I didn't need to do all of this work for just 1 hour, a 1 hour time passing. But I just wanted you to see the strategy so that if you ever get to more complicated problems, you can remember this strategy. So I drew something like a number line, and I started at 4 o'clock, and I did a little jump, and I said that was 1 hour. And so from 4 to 5 o'clock is 1 hour. So practice ended at 5 p.m. Let's try the second one. Lamar went to visit his grandma for her birthday. He left his house at 7 a.m. The trip took him 5 hours. What time did he arrive at his grandma's house? So take a minute and solve the question using any strategy you like. Okay, I'm going to show you my strategy. So I started at 7 o'clock, and then I jumped 1 hour, which got me to 8 o'clock, another hour, 2 hours, 9 o'clock, 3 hours, 10 o'clock, 4 hours, 11 o'clock, and 5 hours gets me to 12 o'clock. So I'm going to challenge you. Is that 12 o'clock a.m. or p.m.? Well, 12 o'clock in the afternoon is where we switch to p.m. So this would be 12 p.m. Okay, let's try 2 more. Jamie and Joey went on a hike. They finished the 3-hour hike at 1 p.m. What time did they start their hike? So take a minute, try to solve it using any strategy you like. Okay. So what I did is I actually worked backwards. So I started at this side of my number line, and I put 1 o'clock. And I knew that the hike was 3 hours long, and I was trying to figure out what time they started. So I had to count back 3 hours. So I subtracted 1 and got to 12, another one 11, and another hour, which makes 3 hours total, and I got to 10. All right, would that be 10 p.m. or 10 a.m.? Yeah, it would be 10 a.m. Even though I started at 1 p.m., if I go back, this is 12 p.m., so 12 in the afternoon. But when I go to 11, that's a.m. and 10 a.m. The 12 p.m. is where we switch over to the a.m. when we're going backwards. Okay, let's try another one. Miguel's party started at 11 a.m. and ended at 3:30 p.m. How long did the party last? Oh, so this is a little different. Now I'm trying to figure out how many hours the party was. Take a minute, use any strategy you like to solve. Okay, so I wanted to do this one with you. So I would use my number line, and I would start at 11 o'clock. And I would start by adding, I know it's at least 1 hour. So 1 hour would get me to 12 o'clock. And I know I can keep going. I'm going to add another hour. And that gets me to what time? Yep, 1 o'clock. And I'm going to add another hour. And that gets me to what time? 2 o'clock. And then I'm going to add another hour. And that gets me to 3 o'clock. So I'm getting really close. So far I've been adding an hour each time. But now that I've already gotten to 3 o'clock, I don't want to add another hour. I'm going to add a half hour. So you could say plus 30 minutes. You could say plus a half, however you want to do it. And that gets me to 3:30. And now I have to add up how long did the party last? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then this is 30 minutes. So I would say the party lasted 4.5 hours, or 4 hours and 30 minutes. Okay? So So what you're going to do today is you're going to work on these 3 questions. And then what I want you to do is write your own problem about time. And if you'd like, you can post your problem to Seesaw. When you finish, the extension for today is to play time bingo. So in the PDF attachments, I included all of these clock faces and the bingo clues. So I would suggest you print out the clock faces, cut them all out, print out the clues, cut them into strips, and put them face down. And then you can play bingo by yourself. So you just pick up a clue and see where it is on your bingo board. Okay, so after you've arranged your bingo board, you can pick up your clue and see where it is. And if you have that clock, you can cover it with a counter. Another thing is you could just keep this as your board since you're just playing to yourself. Cut these out and just flip them as you go. Have a great day.